19 degrees Celsius out today and cloudy. And for reference sake, we're going to say that this two-story home faces towards the east. Now, we've got stone veneer up at the front portion of the property here. Probably original windows up top there. And this is good practice too. I don't know how long it's been here. But now you're taking all of the upper water and putting it right into the lower eave trough, which is good. You see we have a bit of waviness there, and I'm just wondering if that wasn't always there and the water was getting at some of the plywood. And so we have our dips and dives in it there. So you may be doing some sheathing when you do that. We got two mushroom vents up at the front end here. Interlock driveway coming up towards it as well. And then exhaust, AC on this side. You got a screen over top of the fireplace there. It looks like a cap too, that's good. And then this is the north side. It's not as bad. Got some curling and whatnot on it there too. Got 4 mushroom vents and then 2 goosenecks for bathrooms. Vent stack there as well for the plumbing. Just can't quite see the back there too much. But the north always lasts a little bit longer. We got nice big flashings around the chimney there too. And of course the roof are here today. On the south end here we got 2 more mushroom vents up top. And the vent stack there, and then our skylights, and this side is just done. Good skylights though. You have to get the roof done anyways, you might as well do the whole thing then. You have to find out the hard way what's going on underneath all that. It's cathedral ceiling there. Now let's go practice again too, all that upper water right down and then direct it away again. I think we'll just start up at the corner here. Start working our ways around clockwise. And then as far as we can in the bushes. It'd be nice to clip some of this off the house though. You know, let the stone breathe and everything else. All the final windows in there. Nice big precast sills too. All solid pieces, so you don't have any joints to worry about. We went to brick veneer after that. We get the little separation crack happening, which is pretty common. They tend to settle apart a little bit, but it's all a veneer system. It's all siding. That's your water meter reader there. We got a 2-inch elbow coming up and then going right in here. So we'll see what the amperage size is once we're inside. Direct vent there for the fireplace. Use a couple screws to hold it to the wall still though. Then some caulking around the outside edges. All aluminum fascia soffits, eave troughs in here too. The vents in our soffits. And you gotta watch all this now. We're up a little bit higher than I like to see. Ow! Now you want a good 4 to 6 inches of exposed foundation most of the time. We're doing some landscaping here, digging this down a bit. But then you still gotta pitch into the swale that they've built into here. And this will be down so you've got drainage away from the basement. But you don't want to cover over those bottom bricks either. Especially over here we're getting up pretty high. It's a matter of landscaping at this point in time. You want to make sure that the ground is still pitching away so that all the rain and all the snow when it's coming down and melting are draining away from the basement and not towards it. We've been parged across the foundation here too, which is nice. Just a thin coat of concrete they put over top of everything. Gas meter there. Big precast sills here again. This one does have a joint. You just watch, it needs a little bit of repointing in there. It's all getting loose and there's a little crack happening because of it. In the veneer again too. Which again is common. And the downspout here a little bit crushed, but you can take that away too, you know, and level all this stuff out so you're pitching away. And lots of spare stone underneath the deck here. We got 2x10s up top. The leg bolted together. And then the lower deck there, 2x10s again, all 6x6s coming across here on concrete with saddles. And the downspout here comes down into a weeper and just keeps on going away. So that's good. I can't get in quite here, but let's see if there's an access on the other side too. On the west side here, not too bad again. Oh, again, it's the south what takes the most beating and most amount of weather. Got real big steps here, but I'd like to see handrails on both sides still. For any standard of today, you'd have them. A couple different tiers throughout, that's good. One plug back here. And it's out right now, So it may be tied in with the GFI. We'll see if there's one that's tripped out somewhere. And we got a jet air exhaust coming out here too. That may be for the stove. Maybe originally. We'll see what we got now. And we do have a GFI right here. Nope. So that one's out as well. So no other access this side here. Probably the dryer vent coming out. Taps on. And this too is starting to settle down. We're getting these low areas here up against the house. You gotta have it up and draining away instead. Some of the parging is chipping off too, which is pretty common. It doesn't last forever. Vents for the fireplace in there. You could do a bit of caulking in between the aluminum siding here and the brick all the way up there. And here. Okay. You got exhausts. Maybe furnace and water heater like this. And then that one will be the dryer. The other one might be the bathroom then. And we have Climate Master AC here. No lockbox for it. And there's our tag. Everything's worn right off of that though. I can slightly see the CSA approval in the corner there, and the serial is 90, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be the original then. We're built in 89 or so. And you can't see if it's a maximum or not, but it says breaker size 25. So probably a 25 amp max, so we'll double check that once we get inside too. A little bit of a cracking here, which is common again. They pour the concrete for the garage in 2 different stages here with the house. It's all wood. You can keep it painted and caulked again too. Again, there's a bit of step cracking happening going up there. Okay, and just this little back bit of roof. We got the upper downspout. Again, looks like we've had animals in the attic though. Something's pushed that up. Common spot. We'll have to look for that once we get up there. And we got the venting there as well. Roofer's up top there right now taking a look, so that's good. Let him do his job, and not bad through here, you know. Brick's doing well. Downspouts down into weepers probably. Garage doors fairly new too. Yeah, weather stripped, insulated. Couple little cracks in here again too, and off the corner there. You can maybe fill in a little bit of that. You know, you don't want it to stand out too much, but good to keep the water out of it. And somebody's gone and caulked up the weep holes. That one, a bit of concrete patching as well. And the other ones here have been filled in also. They're supposed to be open though. They allow the wall to breathe. Like on the brick here on the side. There you go. Every third brick you got them. And coming up to the front door here too, I like to see handrails on both sides. And today's standard, this would be 36 inches high, with no more than 4 inches between the balusters like that. And hopefully this one's our GFI. Yeah, it's stripped out right now. You reset it, we'll have power back at the other 2 plugs also. At the edge of the roof, we've got drip edge and felt paper there, and just the 1 layer. Now the top of the chimney could stand a redo as well. And they're tight still. So just the slurry here. These pieces get all loose and you gotta redo that. The bricks aren't bad. They've already done a little bit of patching there. Other than that, like I said, the north side's doing pretty good. It's just the south end here. That's where we bounced, you know, and it's not bad. But they're just ready to be replaced. Oh yeah, we are up into our attic now. We got 2x6 rafters on the south end and 2x8 rafters on the north end. You can just see the 1 mushroom vent there and our bathroom fan going up. Vent stack, and I can't quite see the other one. We got a lot of mildew up here. All that staining. And the north side is typical for it. You can see the sheathing here was even made in '89. But we have it on the south end here also. Now whether that's from leakage or heat is tough to say. But it's a good portion of it. Then it just stops dead, you know, right along that rafter there. nail tips are rusty. I don't see a lot of H-clips in here, which is maybe why we have a little bit of that warbling as well on the roof. Stuff like this, where they've actually separated. You know, one way to do it when you're doing the roof, maybe just to rip off some of that sheathing and redo it that way. Then you have to see how far down it goes. We do have baffles put in here now. We've been re-insulated also. A couple little mouse trails through it, which are typical. We've got fiberglass insulation underneath. And blown in fiberglass underneath that. And then vapor barrier. And then a fiberglass on the cathedral part there for the master bedroom too. And that goes up pretty high, which may be why we have our vents on either side of the roof. Which you're not really supposed to do, but it may be just a function of air's getting trapped regardless. Now, you can see with the light off here, daylight at the soffits, and we've also got screens in here. And somebody's thrown in a bit of metal, maybe to help keep the animals out, whatever was running around. But there's no big trails in through here, like from a squirrel. Maybe they're just keeping them blocked over, and then the rest of them will be soffit vents as well. Big baffle there also. And there. And I don't see any compromise in the rafters here, what you can see. We don't walk on insulation obviously, but from this area anyways. Yeah, February 19th, 1990, they did R40 back then. This is probably R50 now, where it's, you know, the highest point and leveled out. We got weather stripping and insulation on the hatch too. Good to see. But this will have to be tested and then remediated as need be. Okay, we're into the ensuite now. We got both units going here. We're going to flush our Glacier Bay toilet. Solid shut off there. And this is with the Whirlpool tub filling up too, and the pressure's not too bad. Now, it's going to be a little tough to see, but the stopper that sits in here is missing. And that prevents the doors from the track from popping right out. So we'll be putting that back in. If we caulk up a little bit of new caulking here. We've done that now. It looks like maybe some water's come through, and it's common again. But the floor would be nice to get done up as well. And under the sink, copper, shut-offs, no leaks. We've got a GFI here as well, working nicely. And the fan with the heat light there. The windows so far, all original. They've all been moving, and so far all the seals look okay on them too. At this age, it's going, but needs caulking in here too though. There's none right now. You can get the water pools back into this corner too. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch that. You definitely keep it sealed, especially up in the corners here too, but if you're gonna have water pooling there, we're not quite level. Under the sink, shut-offs, copper, good. So, we have the timer on. Right now the tub's not running. I'll even tie in with the fan there. No, so we'll see if there's a GFI that's out maybe. For the kids or something like that. Yeah, right here it's tripped. And there we go, working nicely. So, we'll go back downstairs, trip it back, and the idea is probably just for the safety for the time being, but that's why you have it. So nobody's ever getting electrocuted between the water and the electricity of the tub. Front window here too. We're moving okay, the seals look okay. Been grounded throughout here so far again too, and then we have our gas fireplace here, and we have our approvals, you gotta have those. It's an InstaFlame, and right now That's just on the inside here. Good. Nice bit of plastering around the outsides here too. Nice moldings. And the kitchen, you have the Amana, you have a Frigidaire dishwasher, GE range, and a Maytag microwave hood. It's going right up.